um, you've got to keep the big picture in mind. I mean, we're working to get better. We're working to change the style of play. Working to create fundamentals. I know at times it doesn't look very fundamentally sound with our defense, but I think you're seeing flashes of what we can become. And no one is sitting back acceptant of any of it, right? Like, we've got to keep getting better and better. But the bottom line is we've got to deal with it on a daily basis and try to get these guys to understand the level of consistency that goes into this. And no greater example than the other day. First half, we're not very good. Second half, we're playing extremely well. And we've had too many situations like that where our consistency has been our main enemy. But it'll come. I have no doubt in that. And again, you said it at the very beginning. It's the first year of a program. You know, we just hit the 10-month date the other day. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. And the bottom line is we've got a bunch of guys that are working really, really hard to try to get better. They are getting better. They're getting better at things that are maybe different than what was expected of them in the past. And at the same time, there's no security blanket player out there. And in the last couple of years in the history of Georgia, there's been that security blanket player. You know, obviously player of the year, and Yante. And that's not an excuse, that's a fact. So the bottom line is we just need to keep developing it. And the last thing I want anybody in our program to lose is confidence. So we'd certainly never want any fan to lose confidence. I mean, if people want to see the program continue to grow, develop, move forward, we got to keep having this energy in the building. We've got to keep having it for us, and we've got to keep having it for the future, so that the recruits and people like that see what's capable here. And I don't have anything to judge it by, but I tell you what, when people come here again, or a recruit sees it, or a parent sees it, or somebody comments on it, it's a big deal, and that's exactly how we're going to get it built.
I know there were some recruits here the other day. Did they comment to you about that?
Sure, because they have a background with it. They have a background with it, whether they were at a game, whether they played here, you know, those type of things. They have a background, and I think all those things are really, really important.
I assume it's a fluke, but have you had any conversations with Greg Sankey about, are you just trying to give me some kind of wicked indoctrination with the level of opponent? I mean, you guys literally have.
Yeah, I think that's important to keep that in mind too. You know, the schedule that we've had. No, I got a really, really nice text from him with the passing of my mom. But other than that, I have had no questions or complaints for him. I think this league is so well run and so well done. And the bottom line, we've been in a gauntlet, and we've played teams in a row like this that the other ones maybe aren't going to play in a row, but they've got to play them too. And we just got to continue to learn from the lessons we're getting here and start to apply them.
One of those tough SEC opponents was Tennessee, and they're ranked #1 in the country. What sort of lessons are you taking from Rick Barnes rebuilding that program?
Well, what year is this for him?
4th.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It takes time to build your program. I mean, it just does. And I'm focused on the day-to-day without question. But you've got to have vision for your future. And I think that's exactly what fans have too. You know, you want to win in the present, and you want to do well, but you've also got to be able to look at it and say, okay, we're making some changes. There's some changes that have got to go into the program, and change is hard, change is painful, and you've got to work through it. And but so I think just the stability, the way they recruited, the biggest thing that stands out to me about them is their togetherness, their camaraderie. You know, so obviously they have skill, they have talent, they have physicality, they have energy, they have toughness, but they've got a really, really strong togetherness. That doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in months. It takes time to build that.
With the way LSU is scoring in SEC play, does that kind of accentuate what you're talking about offensively for you guys with the cuts and the movement?
Absolutely, no question. They are, Tremont Waters is as good of a short-range, long-range passer maybe in college basketball. I mean, he can really score, that's obvious, but his passing is what beats you. And I mean, he has got a unique and uncanny ability to find people close to him and long distances from him. And the velocity of the passes he throws, I mean, you have got to be active. You cannot be in an overhelp situation. And at the same time, they're one of the best offensive rebounding teams and as far as consistently going, right? Their numbers are really good. They're 13 a game in the league. But it's the consistency of which they go with. And it's